So to review the start to finish, I just wanted to go through each step in the process very clearly. And this will be a wrap up. This is just a way to sort of cap this off. But first, we want to identify our value stream. We want to understand who can support the effort of mapping the value stream and then executing on whatever insights we discover. You want to identify the participants of the mapping exercise. You want to understand how you're going to come together. So whether that's in a physical space or on Zoom, and what you're going to use to map the value stream. You're going to understand what the scope is. So you can be measuring at any level of the organization. You can measure, if you're Heinz ketchup, you can measure anything from tomatoes to a hamburger, or you can measure how you design a new label for the bottle, right? It's really up to you, and where you draw those boundaries depends on understanding the value that you're trying to get out of the exercise, right? That's gonna help you define where you set those boundaries and what level you're looking at, what level of detail and granularity. So then you identify the steps in the process, each distinct activity. You're going to identify that touch time and wait time, so the time that people are actually doing work or waiting for things to happen. Then you're going to sum all that up. You're going to collect all the data and represent the data in its total form, so you understand the end-to-end impact of everything that's going on. You want to look at which steps are actually providing value and the time that's spent actually providing value. And then what you want to do is understand things like who's involved in the value stream, because you want to understand who to go to. If you identify an opportunity, you want to make sure that you know who to go to and involve them in improving the value stream instead of pointing fingers. You want to understand who can own an improvement effort, who knows the most about what's happening. And sometimes that person is not necessarily in the room, or the representative in the room knows enough to map the value stream, but they're not actually going to be the one executing on the improvement opportunity. So that's an important distinction. So as I mentioned, you could be measuring any number of dimensions here. You can be representing all kinds of things. Sometimes I'll put tools and artifacts in a value stream map. Sometimes when we're in a highly technical environment, we'll do that, and we'll understand, because we have a lot of folks come to me because they have tons of tools and none of it seems to be helping, and everything just gets more complex all the time. So we'll look at where are the tools, how are the tools being leveraged, and how can we consolidate or leverage tools in a different way? Maybe what tools can we integrate? How can we automate a handoff across the value stream so that people don't have to be doing the manual work that could be done by machines? So with that, I think that's everything that I wanted to cover. I appreciate your patience. This is a fairly long talk. I'm glad it got broken up by a couple of questions, but if you've got any questions, feel free to jump off of mute and let me know. Or if you've got a problem, if you've got a situation at work, maybe you've tried value stream mapping before and it didn't help. I'd love to hear about that. I'd love to talk about anything around value streams. I'm fairly obsessed.